First off, I'd like to say I really like how they look like the Gracefield farm in this photo. Second, the reason why this is my #1 favorite manga ever is because this is the manga that got me into manga, because I thought it was dumb before. Now, I like Shadow's House for a plethora of reasons, #1 being that it's very similar to Promised Neverland. Remember all those parody covers you saw on Pinterest? This is the manga it originally came from. Guy gets isekai'd and then finds the protagonist as a child, adopts the protagonist, and then his little family. Cosplaying. Talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve. Now see, this used to be in my top 10 just because I love an adorable widow romance story, but then it got dethroned by Magical Girl Dandelion because it embodies one of my favorite tropes of children beating the shit out of monsters. Read this one pretty recently. I honestly thought it was pretty good just because I really like the horrific art. Death decided to raise a baby and then taught it how to fight. Ooh-woo bloodshed ensues. The government decides to put all of the most highly wanted kids in one daycare, and then their nannies have to shoot people for it. I'm gonna tell you this with absolute confidence, go watch the anime, it's better. Heck, I would watch it again just to hear these sarcastic opening cards.
Kill me, baby! Baby, please kill me.
This is the romance between a dwarf and an oni. They have kids by the end. I don't know how. Overworked worker accidentally hires herself to an assassin company, says, I can't do this, and then realizes how much she hates her boss and can do it. Now, I don't know what kind of shortening title bullshit the anime is going to try and pull over your eyes, but this is how long the title is, and accept that. I had to call this man Father-kun for like 99 chapters until they finally revealed his name, and it was frickin' Josh. I hate the name Josh. The title is weird, but it's more like quirky comedy stuff rather than anything like too risque if you're thinking that. I read some of the manga before the anime came out, and it was mainly because I thought the art style was gorgeous. Like, seriously, it is so pretty. 148 chapters of slow burn, but we finally made it there. We finally got a kiss. I can't believe it. You don't know how much I love this manga. It is so adorable and wholesome. It just makes me want to tear out my heart because it's too cute. On the other side of that coin, we got this, which is absolute depression. You can't read it without getting really existential and sad. I read around 54 chapters of this before thinking to myself, man, I wish mangas like this got animes. It's so wholesome. They always do weird ones. Just to find out it was getting one. Woman finds ex-Yakuza member in her house bleeding and says, you know what, I can fix him. And she did. Mutant banana slug that can go at Mach 20 speed somehow captures your heart and makes you sad about its death. Probably one of the most wholesome BLs I can ever name, like, gotta respect the femboy hustle. They're already an established couple by the beginning. They don't force you through all that stupid slow burn stuff that you don't want to see. Honestly, much darker than I expected it to be. I was not expecting the story that I got when I did read this. It was very good. Okay, we got Sunshine Dumbass X Insecure. Magnificent, wonderful. It left me on a cliffhanger for 4 years. I like Troublemaker X Normal Ships, which is why I read this. Not that much else going on with it. Now, I normally don't like shoujo art styles, but I decided to read this one because I actually did kind of like the story. Demon Queen picks up Orphan, Orphan gets raised as Servant, Servant falls in love with Demon Queen, blah 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 married. This is by far some of the most hilarious shit I have ever read in my lifetime because it is literally every bad BL trope you can ever think of and one man avoiding it. Struck down with another case of I really liked the art style, which is why I read this one, still like it because it's cute. Think Spy X Family, but instead of Anya having mind-reading powers, she has like an AK-47 built into her. Love the anime, don't see why I wouldn't read the manga, but kinda had more sense. Why read through these guys' annoying romance when instead you could just watch their happy family time on the sequel? Read this one because I love the anime so much that I really wanted more content. Please don't watch the anime. Please just don't watch the anime. The manga's better. It's funnier, okay? It's way funnier than the anime, I swear. Okay, to anybody who doesn't really like romance series, the rest of this is. Please believe me when I tell you that this isn't some super weird series. I swear, it's really good. It actually has some very realistic human interactions. That's why I like it, and why I mentioned it on here. If it was a weird one, I wouldn't put it on here. I have this one up on my top 10s for a number of reasons. Number one being I really, really like the art style and the way they put the text bubbles. 13 chapters long and not long enough, honestly. I thought it was adorable and I thought I needed more content. Under most of the weird premises of these chapters is the underlying message of don't go too fast. I avoided this one for a long time because I low-key thought it looked stupid, but it was really uplifting. My guy stops being bad for his semi-blind girlfriend, and that is just so sweet. Besides having a 13-year age gap, this is probably one of the cutest things I've ever seen, and I don't like it because of it. It would just be perfect if you just got rid of that weird side romance between, like, the boy and the teacher. Forget the main couple, I wasn't here for them. I was here so I could see the second couple's wedding because they didn't add it in their anime. Proving that pervy loners can still be pervy loners if they're not boys. So the dude gets isekai'd, finds out that his power is immortality, and then they use him like an infinite test dummy till he's saved by a vampire girl. Again, while I still don't really like the old shoujo art style, I still read this because I thought it was cute. I have this up in my top 10s mainly because I read this when I was 14 and didn't really think about how problematic it kind of was. Somehow found this gay shit at my local library. I don't know why they had it. I like a lot of wholesome fluff stories. Stop judging my romance choices. More gay tsundere stuff. I just love it when they have tsunderes. More random fluff romance. That's what this is. You see, I found out about this from Pinterest, and though I read it, I liked it and I hated the anime because it was slow. I really have got to stop reading the same wholesome, remixed fluff stories. Yeah, that's right, I was a fan of this before the anime came out. I was very happy when I heard the anime was happening. Basically, his little sister's friend has a crush on him. I didn't finish reading this one, so I forgot what the hell happened in it. Honestly, props to my man for letting his sister be gay and not having to marry a dude. You know how Crollo in Hunter x Hunter is able to take Nen abilities away? I want to take the ability to draw away from whoever this is because I want your art style. Man becomes insanely strong from constantly defeating people to see his dragon friend.